Kelsey here from Preble Arts. So a few weeks ago I was in here and I did some things on the wheel, and if you haven't seen those videos, they're on our Facebook page and also our YouTube page, so check those out. But today I'm going to make handles to put onto my mugs. So I'm going to just show you a quick rundown of how that is done. So I have my clay here. I've already wedged it and started a little bit. Also, you're going to see this part of my body and not my head, just it's a little easier. And I have a bucket of water. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull a handle. The reason that I've already made this come out is it's just going to make it a little easier to pull. All that I have in here is water. That's just going to be so we can shape it. So I'm going to just pull down and slowly make that. Now when you're doing it, I wouldn't change the position of where you're holding your hand, or it won't be as nice when you hold it, because what you're doing when you're pulling it down like that is you're naturally grabbing onto it like you would a handle, and so it's shaping it to feel comfortable in a hand. So you're going to pull it a few times until it's as long as you need it, or if it gets too skinny. So this part at the end I will probably cut off because it's just a little gross. So this is pretty long at the moment, but that's okay because we're going to bend it. So what I'm going to do is cut it off at this point. I'm going to place it down on a paper towel and bend it in the shape that I want the handle to be. That way, when it dries, it's a little easier for that shape to hold when it's on my mug. Alright, so now I have my mug and my handle. So what you're going to want to do is determine where you want the handle on your mug. I like to put mine so that when the person holds up their cup, the K is facing up. So my handle will go over here. So what I'm going to do is just figure out where I want my handle. So as you can see, like, it's holding its shape, it's not flopping around. That's a good time, and it's still wet, it's not dry. You want to make sure it's about the same consistency as your cup. If not, that's when you get cracking and stuff around your handle, and that can be bad. And that's just because it will have two different shrinking rates. And the handle's already going to dry a little quicker than the mug, just because it has so much area around it for air to get to, and it's also not as much. But you want to make sure that these are about the same when you connect them. So I kind of like where this is at. So what I'm going to do is take a needle tool and just mark those areas, and then take it off, and then I have little marks to where my mug should go, or my handle. And the reason I did this too, and when you position, you want to make sure it's not crooked or anything, and this will help you with that too. And I'm going to actually scratch into those areas, or what people call scoring. And basically what this is doing is it's creating all these divots for our slip to get into. And you're also going to score or scratch your handle. And you're doing this on where they would connect. So the reason for this is it gives you all these good little places to put slip and stuff. And so this is what slip is. It's exactly what I'm working with now. It's clay, but much more wet. It's just a different consistency of the clay. I could dry this up and make a mug out of it if I wanted to. So it's the exact same thing that I'm working with, just a little wetter. But the awesome thing about this is you're getting it in those divots. And one rule that I tell people is you really can have enough slip, you can have too little slip, but there's really no such thing as too much. If there's too much, it'll squirt out the sides and then you wipe it away. I rather have that than not have enough and have my handle fall off. And you're gonna slip both the handle and the mug. So when you fire your mug, the slip basically acts as glue. It keeps those pieces stuck together. Don't ever hold a mug at this state with a handle on it. Don't hold it by the handle. The handle will just pop off. It hasn't gotten to fire yet, and so that glue or slip in this sense hasn't gotten to activate really. And then I'm going to put it on, and I'm going to put pressure down here. I'm a big fan of like when it looks like somebody put their handprint or their fingerprint in at the bottom. I just really like that, so I do that a lot. You don't have to push that hard. And here I like to wiggle it together a little bit and push. And so as you can tell, I have, extra slip. Again, I'd rather have that than not enough slip. And I'm just going to take a paintbrush and some water and just kind of wipe that away. And the awesome thing about having the extra sometimes too is if there's like a little hole, the slip will fill that in as well. So really, again, I just can't say it enough. I'd rather have more slip than not enough slip. And you can wipe it off with the sponge too if you want, however is comfortable with you. And now I have an awesome handle on an awesome cup. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little tutorial. I know most of it was me making the handle. But I just wanted to show you guys the process of how the cups are done. Again, if you want to see the little tutorial I have on how to throw a cup, that is also on our Facebook and YouTube page. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you next time.